Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So I am here today with an unboxing for January's My Chronicle book box. I've had this in the house for about a fortnight, maybe 2.5 weeks now, and like I said in my previous video, my wrap up for January, I've not been in a good place, and so I didn't film any videos for like the last week of January, possibly the last two, I can't remember, but yeah, I'm opening it today. I did spoil myself for the book, but I can't actually remember what it is. Just life has been crazy. But yeah, without much further ado, let's dive in. So, as always, it's got the lovely royal blue tissue paper, which I'm just going to unceremoniously rip into. Then we have these horrid things that are full of air that if I pop them, the dogs will have a fit, so we won't do that. Okay, so I have the spoiler cards and the author letter, which I'll pop aside, and then these lovely paper worms. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing is a fortune teller miracle fish. Okay, so that's one of these things, you see that? That's one of these things that I think if you put it on your hand, let's see. So place the fish in the palm of the hand. The movements will indicate your fortune. Keep fish in envelope when not in use. Okay, so here we go. Right, it's in the palm of my hand and it's curling up. Okay, so moving head and tail means I'm in love. Yes, and I'm probably going to be more in love when I get to know what is in this box. I'm going to pop that away, and we'll keep it nice and safe, because if that gets lost, one of the dogs could choke on it, so we don't want that. I shall pop that, move this stool over, pop that there. And the next thing that I'm seeing are, okay, oh well, okay, so these are, I think these are like book review sheets, and there's quite a few of them, and it's like sort of like case notes, like a police or detective notepad. I like these are cute. Okay, so next we have, okay, Agnes and Cat espresso. Okay, so it's this lovely little box here. Can you see? That is so pretty. It's got this sort of like not embossing, not debossing. I don't know. I can't remember. If I remember the word, I'll pop it on the screen. But it's like silvered foiling. That's it. There we go. Okay, so it's got this little bulldog clip, which I'll take off. And okay, what is this? So it's a little pot. Oh my word, it's espresso lip balm. Oh, I wish you could smell this. I don't think I could put this on my mouth. I would want to eat my lips. Wow, that is just gorgeous. It literally smells like a Starbucks, and I love it. I love it so much. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm going to pop this aside, and then I think the last thing that's in the box is the book. And is it? Yep, there's nothing else, and I've spilled all the paper worms. Right, okay, I'm going to get rid of the box. I'm going to pop that down on the floor, and it's got this lovely sort of pale blue kind of duck egg colour paper on it. So we'll take the string off, pop that to the side, and just unceremoniously rip into it. There we go. All that you can do. Okay, so I'm so excited for this book, even though I haven't read the other book before this one by this author. I don't know if it's her debut book. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this is The Twyford Code by Janice Hallett. Now, how cute is that front cover? And it's signed by the author as well. And the end papers are cute. They're like that. And let's see what it's about. It's time to solve the murder of the century. 40 years ago, Stephen Smith found a copy of a famous children's book by disgraced author Edith Twyford, its margins full of strange markings and annotations. Wanting to know more, he took it to his English teacher, Miss Isles, not realizing the chain of events that he was setting in motion. Miss Isles became convinced that the book was the key to solving a puzzle, and that a message in secret code ran through all Twyford's novels. Then Miss Isles disappeared on a class field trip, and Stephen has no memory of what happened to her. Now, out of prison after a long stretch, Stephen decides to investigate the mystery that has haunted him for decades. Was Miss Isles murdered? Was she deluded? Or was she right about the code? And is it still in use today? Desperate to recover his memories and find out what really happened to Miss Isles, Stephen revisits the people and places of his childhood, but it soon becomes clear that Edith Twyford wasn't just a writer of forgotten children's stories. The Twyford Code has great power, and he isn't the only one trying to solve it. That sounds absolutely incredible, and there's a Sunday Times quote here that says, "A modern Agatha Christie." Now I'm there for that, absolutely. And the sun is coming in again, so there we go. I will try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. But yeah, a modern Agatha Christie, I'm there for that, absolutely. So let's get to the spoiler card. There are spoilers ahead. It is up to you if you read this before you unpack. First off, I'd like to wish you a happy, healthy and prosperous new year and say thank you for all your support during the tough times of 2021. I hope you were able to enjoy the holiday period and fit in some quite quiet reading time. Mostly. We had a lovely break with lots of family time. May 2022 be a little kinder to us all. Indeed, indeed. I am delighted to be starting the new year with a cracker, a signed first edition of the Twyford Code by Janice Hallett. Janice burst onto the literary scene in 2021, stunning with her unique debut novel, The Appeal, which I have and have not read. This is her second and equally ingenious novel. Absolutely there for it. Winter weather isn't kind to lips, and I'm sure this lovely artisan lip balm will soon become an essential of your self-care routine. It is made here in Yorkshire, just a few miles from my Chronicle HQ. I love the cute packaging and the scent. Yes, it smells delicious. Do you like to solve the mystery before the book is revealed? I'm guessing yes. Okay, if you do, these supersized bookmark note cards will come in very handy. As you read the Twyford Code, you will realise why I included them in this particular box. I challenge you to crack the code. I confess I couldn't, but I loved trying. And a fortune-telling fish. So that's this little lovely here, which said I was in love. Okay, for a little fun, which ties into the book. Okay, I'm there for that. I hope you enjoy this reading gift box. Happy reading and all best wishes, Louise. Thank you very much, Louise. I won't go on to the PS because that spoils for next month's book, well, February's book, this month. But I am so excited for that book because it sounds incredible. And it's set in the 1920s, which I am absolutely there for. Right, before that sun takes over the video, let's get into the author letter. Dear readers, here is your copy of the Twyford Code, my second novel. It all began in August 2019, as I wrote this book back to back with my first novel, The Appeal. I laid down a few rules so I would avoid writing the same novel again. The Appeal was an ensemble narrative with female lead characters, so I vowed its successor will be a single character's journey, and that character will be male. I had an idea around 15 years earlier for a TV series called The Blighton Code, a family adventure in which a class of remedial English pupils discover secret messages hidden in Edith Blyton's books. I tried to pitch it to various production executives over the years, but got no further than the word Blyton. So disgraced was the children's author, none would go near anything associated with her. But for me, the bones of the idea refused to lie down. When I started to adapt it for this novel, I knew I wanted to include old codes written in a book from a bygone era. But because Enid Blyton hadn't actually written any, I took the decision to fictionalise the character and write her codes myself. Nostalgia is fascinating. If you'd heard my parents reminisce about their childhoods, you'd never guess they'd grown up in poverty during the Second World War. It is a mysterious and complex emotion that somehow throws magic dust over the past, however traumatic. I wanted to capture that phenomenon and create a work where if you reread it, you see things you never saw the first time, and they lead you to a positive place, making a story that's not only about nostalgia, but also functions in the same way. Like everyone, I am shocked and saddened by the number of young men lost to gang crime in the UK. Here I explore the life path that led my generation in that direction. During my research, I also discovered that 50% of prisoners in the UK are either totally illiterate or struggle with basic literacy. I am certain this is not a coincidence. Most of the Twyford Code was written in COVID lockdown. This story helped me escape the pandemic, and isolation helped me concentrate on the subtle elements of the narrative. It is presented as a series of audio file transcriptions for a very specific purpose. I'll just say that by the end, you will have read and understood a multitude of codes without even realising it. Thank you for reading. I hope you have a cracking time. With love, Janice Hallett. I literally cannot wait to read this book because that sounds amazing. Learning something without knowing that you're learning it, that's kind of like spooky, and I want to be part of that. So I look really forward to this. So yes, the sun is now really taking over, and again I'm being washed out of the screen, which is great. It's a halo, it's lovely. I hope it's picking up on the screen, because you'll wonder what in heck's name I'm talking about if it's not, but there we go. So before I digress and talk a lot of nonsense again, as per usual, I will say thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.